right? If you're dueling tag team into a walrus punch, like, you're gonna get kills.
There's no real save on Zero as well. That's another big concern. I do really like the Spirit Breaker pick though for Ice Ice. I think this is going to give you a lot of value versus Sven. I mean, this is a hero that you rely heavily on your BKB. We did see though yesterday in the game for God King, he did prioritize BKB a little bit later. We really liked one game where he valued Sanjin Yasha as some status resistance. Even the other game he went Halberd as well for some. So regardless, though, I think this Spirit Breaker is going to be a great way to address this Sven. So we will see how much that's going to continue on. But we were saying before we started, you know, God King on this hero, he's had a lot of success recently. He's going to have some confidence in the hero, and we'll see if that is going to be enough for them.
They both know where each other are. ZZQ pinged out when he was making this venture forward up towards the top side that they're hanging around up on this high ground, so no one's going to go there. That's where the circle is being drawn right now by CTY, and Techies himself walked around after breaking the smoke underneath the observer ward. So in terms of where they are exactly right now, you know, probably it's going to be Big Brain with a little bit more of an idea of where they're looking to set up, but I mean, God King, you cannot be walking here solo without the rest of the boys. Not have a weak level 1 lineup here on Team 0. 2 blood grenades as well on the SB.
All right, maybe that's how they craft the kill. God King's going to go for the safe for Rune. He thinks it's safe. Run into one. I mean, okay. Maybe he doesn't live, actually. I was going to say, dude, if he lived because of 3-man Stormhammer like that, that would be insane. But that will not be the case. CZQ, far out, dude. He actually almost lived because of it. But
it's a very greedy thing to be able to go for that bounty rune, though, right? Like, did he even get it? No, he didn't as well. So there's also that to be able to play off the back of. You know, they had the ward around the mid lane. They had the high ground claimed for themselves. Where else could this lane possibly be? And it's not like Techies, Bat Rider, Spirit Breaker are hesitant to take level 1 fights. So God King going a little bit greedy. These are the sorts of aggressive plays you need to make in best of ones, but you got to make sure that you're making smart movements as well, not just giving your life away and potentially making a lane much harder for yourself.
All right, so to further on to this mid matchup that you were saying Cicada should have a very good time versus the Void Spirit, what is in particular the reason why this Legion should be able to dominate the Void?
I mean, it's pretty simple, right? The Void Spirit, low armor, LC, plenty of movement speed. You're always going to have a big creep wave that he's standing in the middle of, so overwhelming odds to potentially get a slight level advantage over him as well. And he could just look to stand like he's doing right now and trade, kind of act like a Monkey King and just make sure that you've got that consistent lifesteal in the lane as well. So you should be able to out-sustain the Void Spirit too. Already got the bottle coming out, I believe, on Cicada.
Oh, very nice timing. We'll have to see how 70 uses his Resonant Pulse inside this lane. I mean, that's really going to be the big shield for him for the Legion damage. So we'll, even if he wants to put more levels in that, and he will. That is enough about mid. We'll see top lane, of course, there's always going to be some kill threat pretty shortly. Their creep wave is not in the greatest position, but you got Meta at the ready, probably just waiting for the level 2 on ZZQ.
Yeah, I mean, he, of course, still has plenty of stats. He got the first blood. Now he's got the level 2 to be able to play around with. He's just going to keep bullying away these heroes as much as possible. And I think TB is very happy just standing solo into the TB lane as they're actually looking to make a play onto CSJ. He used the win run already.
And he's dead as a result. Really nicely done. It's even a kill under the tower with the creep wave where it was. It's going to be difficult to find. Bottom lane, the action continues. They've already used the Stormhammer defensively. Beyond should be able to get in front of the Sven. Warcry movement speed is going to pay off the end. They'll go for the easy kill onto Desire, but here too will just limp away. They don't get the kill, but the damage has really been dealt. Desire, I guess he's got 2 tangos. God King's got a full set as well, but they really do bring the resources down low.
And they've still got a blood grenade to be able to go for, and they're going to go for another charge here. Might not even need to use it. Damage over time should be enough to be able to take out Desiree, and yeah, that is the case.
I swear to God, if you say Desiree one more time, you're not getting shit at Barley. No present, nothing like that.
It's my birthday.
There's going to be Nah, I don't give a damn. Desiree this, Desiree that.
I was just listening to Desiree a bit earlier.
That's what you are.
She's a great artist. You don't know. You're not a 90s kid like me.
Sorry. No, I'm not. No boomer. No 30s.
Oh.
Damn, 3-0, huh? Every time
No. 3-2.
Oof.
3-2 is what I am.
The 32?
Yep.
No, you're not.
Yes,
no,
I am.
you're not. Are you?
Yes, I am.
You're not. What? You're definitely joking.
Nope.
Are you sure? Because I swear you just said like you're in your 30s now.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't say I'm in now. I am 32.
32? Fuck, you are a boomer. Oh, it's okay. The youth comes back.
Does it?
I told you, we'll go barley. You're present. Yeah, it does, dude. We'll go barley. Elixir of life.
True. That's my
You'll
one
look better
hope.
than anyone else there.
Look, if Old Man Fear is still thriving, I can too. Top lane, a little bit of aggression, but it might be not the best time to be able to make this aggression happen. Shackle doesn't latch, and nice
snowball.
use of the snowball, yeah. Still got a sticky bomb as well.
Still proving to be a bit of a nuisance.
Oh,
They might get both
the
of them,
disarm.
dude. Dude, the disarm. All right. Durant time. Why does Techies have a disarm and something that dispels? Why does he have a nuke? Why does he have a stun? Why does he have big team fight wave clear? What is this hero?
Smoke break, longest range in the game, universal hero now, so you can harass one. Like the man does everything. Not even the man, the three men. Come on, Techie's names. I want you to call them all.
Is there 3?
Yes, there's 3. One's in the.
I don't know.
It's Squee, Spleen, and Spoon. Spoon's the one in the.
Spleen, and Spoon.
Yeah. Spoon is the one that's got the really deep voice that you occasionally hear. Like when you hear their voice lines, they're like, "I miss our friend," and he's like, "I'm still here."
Okay. I guess God King's still farming down bottom, even without death. But really, the mid lane, that's a big thing at the moment. Legion, couple hundred advantage over 70. We'll see how they're going to look to try and play around with the duel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got the double damage as well, bottled, and okay, they get a kill. Desire ends up getting that kill on the lane. I mean,
Thank
as well,
you.
you have to be a little bit scared when Big Brain do hit level 6 on CSJ, right? Because 1-1-1, it's the way to build on this Tusk, and they should be able to get a kill here onto ZZQ. He's disarmed, but at least it means that CSJ isn't going to get. But look at CTY just putting his body in the way, realizing that all the damage that they've got at this point is physical, and you're going to have to get through this super farm TB to be able to get to my my squishy techies. So nice team play coming out there from Team Zero.
Bonk. Little love tap. Any bashes? No, sir. I really want to see a play around mid. Cicada has his DD. He's just needing a +1 to get the kill onto 7E.
Maybe just getting the Wisdom Rune on Tusk and then making that rotation. He's got 2 points tag team now, so obviously almost more than doubling the effectiveness of it. It's actually CTY once again getting a bit of the business up on this top side. Able to get away, but if you're just spending a lot of your time running, you're not actually going to be getting too many last hits, and I think they saw him place down that Observer Ward as well. So might get a bit of a D ward happening up there. And once again, Cicada's kind of on the back foot. You know, this is not where he wants to be playing. He's got the Fades boots coming out to him now. The DD, I believe, just timed out. So he has to have it activated. And you could potentially just look to stay away from this lane for now. You know, it's not like he has any great catch without the Tusk being available. And, well, speaking of Ice, he's found the Tusk, but it's going to cost him his life. So at least Void Spirit feels a little bit safer in this mid lane.
Yep. And Cicada tried to rotate down as well. He TP'd, dude. So...
Yeah. Leaves some power room free. 70. I mean, if he's really quick as well, could be able to get that illusion off to be able to disjoint the duel a little bit.
And what can the potential rotations look like then? Cicada's actually getting
For Big Grail.
charged. This is still a difficult kill. We'll see how much suppress the attack's really going to be able to provide them. They got the lasso as well, but it doesn't seem like it's required. They'll use it just to guarantee. But I'm starting to get a little bit worried with Cicada's game.
I'm a lot worried. You know, I really think that the Tusk needed to play around him a whole lot more. I think just, yeah, well, this would be a big kill. He doesn't have the Sunder. He just leveled it up, actually.
Nice shackle though. CTY, can he find an angle for the Sunder? That's a big one. Gets enough health back to give him some time. And now 7E, he's got the damage to turn it around. Desire chased down next to the tower. They're considering about CSJ as well, but 7E's out of resources, so the Wind Ranger's going to be able to reposition. But, I mean, that was really their first big movement, right? And it doesn't connect. You rotate perfectly. 7E read it. You get the double kill as a result.
Yeah, I just don't think you can do that without Wind Ranger having at least the Javelin and the Focus Fire as a bit of a response to this Terrorblade. You know, you could deal all the physical damage that you want, but it's a Terrorblade. He's got a crap ton of armor, and you don't even make the Legion Commander to make that movement. This would be a big kill. There's the effect of the tag team coming through, and it is going to be enough to be able to secure that first duel victory. Okay. This is what I've been wanting to see.
Dude. So what's the play? You got to keep that ball rolling now. You got a little bit of momentum. You got to keep going. So I'd like to see him maybe farm around mid, shove out the next wave, and then try and smoke with the Tusk. There is a potential opportunity to kill CTY with Sunder being on cooldown. They do have ZZQ starting to play around, but I'd really like to see the Tusk and Legion continue to make plays now.
Yeah, for me, it was more of a case of, all right, it looks like Desire's the one that's done it, but I wouldn't have hated if Tusk built up a bunch of stacks for the Sven to be able to pick up and then made a rotation. But they're still going to make that rotation with the Smoke of Deceit. It's just that it's being popped by ZZQ here. Probably doesn't even know that he's been in the perfect place to be able to stop this continued aggression. They would love this other dual kill, but still 8 seconds away.
They're here. 70's got a arcane run as well, so this is going to be a great fight. Cicada gets chunked down. Press the attack. I mean, this is a fast peeky, but CTY is going to try and block off the escape avenue as Ice charges in, crashes onto 2, and Beyond will fly in out of nowhere as well. But the offlane Batrider looking to get active early on. He's even going to shove God King out of the triangle to prevent him from getting stacks, but that's not the important thing. CSJ getting chased down. Another charge from Ice. T2 tower means nothing when they can get the Wind Ranger in front of it.
Oh, they even glyphed to be able to potentially get a little bit of extra sustain there. I mean, that means that they don't have glyph for this this siege creep wave that's hitting it onto the top side, and they're making sure to be able to take care of the Radiant heroes as they come in to try and potentially defend it.
Nice for him then. Dude, the spell casting has been so on point. 7E. They can sit. They've already got 6. ZZQ. Oh, it's 11 minutes in, I suppose, but Techie's damage is something they need to fear.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They really want to be able to get a kill. They know the Thunder's been used as well, but TP with the meta popped is probably just a little bit too much damage to be able to deal with, at least until that Blade Mail comes out for Cicada. The fact that Beyond was able to take away some of those stacks as well inside of the triangle, pretty huge. So it really just feels like Zero outmaneuvering right now. They really just needed to disengage as soon as that smoke popped, right? You want the easy kills until the Tusk has the Blink Dagger or the LC does, and both of them are miles away.
So let's go back. All right, they're going to smoke now as 3, so we'll hold that.
Yeah.
Let's see where the target's going to be. They can connect to God King.
Yeah, if it's an easy kill, it's fine. You know, like they'll take anyone at this point. It's really just about enabling Cicada to scale. You have to. As
Ice one could be Ice. He's got ZZQ nearby to maybe be a bit of a pest. It's a pretty nice blast off. With God King nearby, that's a huge double Stormhammer. That is what they need, but 7E, he'll find their own rebuttal. Beyond's going to be ready with the lasso as well. They'll target down God King. Without the meta, they might be lacking some of the damage and the stuns as well. So God King TP's out, and they'll also catch up to 7E. So a great fight. They smoke as 3, connect to the Sven, and they'll be rewarded. Yes, Tusk goes down. That is a worthwhile sacrifice in the end.
It's so belated, that movement there, right? I'm so happy that they made that move because it really felt like they had potential to get another couple of dual kills in this time. You know, brings Cicada up to level 9. Now he's level with the Void Spirit, basically identical in terms of experience. He's able to pick up that Blade Mail, so even now the TB is very killable, whether he's in meta or not. and you can start making a good amount of progress towards that Blink Dagger as well. That is not going to help, though. Just going way too far up on the Wind Ranger, and wasn't even a lasso needed to be able to confirm that kill.
So, what are we hoping out of God King this game in regards to his items? Because the Sven can be a little bit versatile, but he can be kind of locked in. What would we hope his progression is going to be currently after the Mask of Madness and the Echo?
To me, it really feels like, yeah, well, the Mask of Madness Echo, he's going into the Sange. I'm assuming that's for a halberd just against the Terrorblade. He wants to be able to stand and man fight, for me. Like, that's really all that God King cares about, because this is a very brawling style team. Tusk is the king of these consistent brawls. Wind Ranger as well, once you get a few more levels up. Love the fact that they've gone for another smoke together. You know, this is as a team, but it was underneath an observer ward this time around. So that is something that we haven't really seen them do, you know, place down those sentry wards, especially considering that this is an area that was invaded not too long ago. So it's a bit of a blunder for them. They still don't have the Blink Daggers on either the LC or the Tusk. And it looks like Ice, he doesn't have a point in the bulldoze just yet, but will be able to pop the smoke. They're actually going.
He knows no fear with the shield rune on 7E. It's going to be a little bit more... Oh, never mind. Look at the damage.
Tag team.
Okay. I mean, maxed out, doing a ridiculous amount. Both the carries feel the importance of the shot for this early game fight. A great man to dodge. It's only cute, only flashy, doesn't provide a whole lot. A real turnaround potential there, but you do expend some big things though. Meta and God Strength used.
Yond has to be a little careful here. Stormhammer's coming up in 2 seconds. Has the Blink Dagger, though.
Ice. Oh, but look at the charge! Crashes through all 5. Another blast off as well from ZZQ. The bombs are going off, and now it's an all-out retreat with the alarms getting sounded. God King, he just got to them a little bit too late, and now Beyond will get in front of the Sven, and they'll catch up to the carry. A triple kill for Beyond. This guy... he's going to scale so well. 6, 0, and 7, second in net worth. He's going to be a huge issue this game.
He is, and I mean, again, it was just another one of those cases of Big Brain overstaying their welcome. You know, you got the kill. You got the quick 100-0 on the Void Spirit. Tusk has 4 points tag team. You've got all of that physical damage that you're able to burst through with the Blade Mail. He even got a pretty good Resonant Pulse to be able to, you know, sustain himself for that little bit, holding onto the Spark of Courage too for the initial armor. But once the rest of the boys show up, you just gotta get the hell out of there. I mean, the Sven had popped the God Strength, and maybe they got baited in a little bit by that as they make another attempt here. But maybe going in a bit too deep. Cicada. I think, you know, you want to go for another kill, that's great. But just get your Blink Dagger. 200 net worth away on Cicada to be able to pick this one up. It really doesn't make too much sense for them to be going just balls deep, basically, without the tools to be able to do so. I mean, Wind Ranger almost into the Maelstrom. That's going to give her a huge buff. They also have...
Look at her net worth, though.
Yeah. I'm choosing not to. But you also have a Solar Crest coming out soon-ish for Desire as well. Just about 900 or so gold away. So it really is going to, again, buff up these single target pick-off attempts. That's the way that
70 with Invis.
Brain need to play.
The jump, the turnaround needs to be quick. The global silence, it's just not fast enough. It'll result in a 1-for-1.
Oh.
Can they still get anything more out of it? Cicada will find a freebie onto Ice. And all right, very nicely done. But Beyond, I mean, he's teetering on the edge, ready with that blink. No one else is showing himself, though.
Did pop the God Strength for that, but playing near a couple of Ancient stacks, God King will be happy enough to be able to pick that one up. He is working towards that halberd, so again, really just going to limit the effectiveness of this Terrorblade. I mean, they are a very single target-oriented lineup, right, on Big Brain. They've got a Wind Ranger, they've got a Legion Commander, they've got a Tusk. That is just single target, single target, single target. So you just got to make sure that you can go in, you pop the Global Silence to make sure there's no turnaround potential. See you later, Desire. Maybe.
It's not an easy kill now. They'll have to use Lasso. So they'll have to be able to jump in with 70. I was going to say, with the pressy attack, maybe it forces you to Lasso because you didn't want to, but didn't see 7 either.
But yeah, with the Heaven's Halberd, it really means that you can actually look to join into these fights as the Sven and just not worry about the Terrorblade. You know, I still don't think TB is the target for them to be able to go on to. Maybe if he's completely alone and you've got this Maelstrom, which is just 100 gold away on CSJ, you can look to do it. But outside of that, I'm really not wanting to see them go for that sort of route. You know, just find any other pickoff. Honestly, the Batrider would be the perfect one to get at this stage, both to stop the lasso turnaround potential, as well as get this big kill streak away from him. Honestly, you know, most of the time you want it to go to the position 1, but CSJ needs that gold.
So
He's got the Maelstrom.
I'm looking towards the Tormentors for either side with them being up in a minute 30. We've spoken about the value of the Bishard on techies. I mean, to even further at this game, it's just such an early dispel for Warcry where, I mean, God King I don't think you could ever go for Agshard this early. So that's another reason, like we spoke with the Wind Run, there'd be a decent chunk of value with the planar pocket, actually, even for Ice. I mean, Shackle, Stormhammer. I don't know how dual interaction works, but I imagine that would work as well, which could be nice onto you instead of another valuable hero. You compare Radiant supports, like, they really don't use Shard well.
Yeah, the planar pocket interaction's a little weird. Like, you need to be in the physical, like, attack range as well for it to be able to go onto you. So it's kind of interesting, even though planar pocket's range is a little bit bigger.
You'd definitely be hoping that it is the techies that picks it up. And honestly, I think if techies doesn't get it from the Shard, he should buy it instead of whatever he has queued up. I think it can solo win them this game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it'd be the absolute dream, especially considering Techies is working towards a Greaves, right? So you're able to... Global Silence goes through, you pop the Greaves, and then you pop the Reactive Taser onto someone else that's getting focused down. They live. You may be able to turn things around because, again, it is very single target, heavy committal that Big Brain are playing around, and, well, they're committing onto Cicada.
That's a big kill, and perfectly executed as well. Drive back into the range of ZZQ's mines. And this is with Butterfly timing. You could not have asked for a better go. Bottom is pushed out. Butter just completed. 20 minutes, so Roche moves to bottom. I think do you go in? I think you do on Team Zero.
I think you can certainly consider it. You know, they're all coming down there to be able to play around this. No... Already used all of their drums charges on Beyond, so he can get those Boots of Bearing coming out to him very shortly. No Solar Crest, but yeah, I think the damage should be enough. I'm a little puzzled that there was no one playing with the LC. You know, like, it's an LC with a freshly picked up Blink Dagger. Surely that's the one that you want to be playing around first and foremost, but it was him mid farming a creep wave and 4 heroes top. Feels a little bit odd to me. Pinging out this movement coming through. Roche is dying.
Careful about going through the rift. Yes, okay. 2 mines and no one there just yet. They do have the charge on the God King. A love tap, trying to force some reactions out.
Even just with his movement, testing if they've got vision up on that high ground, would have probably been able to land that Nether Strike if they did. I really want to see CSJ...
They might be able to get a lasso. Do they need to use the Global Silence to protect him? It'll come out from Desire, so a couple of ultimates traded. Meta used as well. Oh, but they're just going to turn to Beyond. He gets blown up. And now a numbers advantage, but you've got to be cautious about God King's health, but it's starting to get ripped apart thanks to the Terror Blade, as the disarm is just far too late. And now without your Sven, where is the damage going to come into play? You're still going to be worried about the duel into tag team.
I don't think you can duel this.
But 70, he's always got the backup of CTYs off to the other side. CSJ was able to find a kill into Ice. So they're doing a decent job to pick some of the stragglers off.
They are, and again, importantly, it is the Wind Ranger that's able to do it. Much better TP location than the going through the Twin Gate would have been, of course, just rallying around the rest of the boys. They always know that they've got a response, excuse me, to that lasso if they've got the LC around with the press the attack. So that is an area of the draft that Big Brain are able to take advantage of. But again, if they blew up someone pretty quickly, but then their effectiveness falls off a cliff very rapidly. You know, they use the Heaven's Halberd there onto the TB, but it's still only 5 seconds. You know, you're able to get a turnaround happening, and it's not even like they scaled with the duel victory there. It wasn't a duel kill. He just died way too fast.
I really like this BKB choice for God King. I mean, he had a Crystal's queued up, but I mean, this game is a must for BKB. Techies is going to destroy you. He can potentially disarm the Batrider damage, the Void Spirit. I know you're going up against a lot of piecing control, but it's just, you would not be able to play Dota without it. So with that also being said, they did get the Tormentor on die. Unfortunately, Shard's going to be on Ice. Again, we spoke about it is some value, but definitely you would have preferred the Techies.
They're going hunting This is the rotation that I wanted to see out of Big Brain. 4 heroes, just looking to see who they can find. Got to be careful about moving up here around the time when a creep wave's moving. And look at 70's positioning. Smoke's going to pop. They're not going to know where it is. Surely they would have to think it's swerving to the right side, but I'm not sure how they, like, why they're not looking to continue, right? They placed down the sentry.
Did the smoke pop with the creep wave passing? Because they were starting to ping like exactly where Radiant were. No? Okay.
It was gone. Yeah.
That's an incredible read then from them.
I mean, they did like walk on top of the creep wave, so the creeps like stutter stepped a little bit. So maybe if you're really thinking next level stuff, that's what they saw. High ground already getting a little bit of attention as well. CTY pushing in with his illusions. And mid lane too.
No joke of damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You're going to make a call pretty soon. So
I don't know if this Torment is going to change much. Big Brain. Sure. A little bit of silence, I guess, can be nice if you're able to somehow right-click TZY 4 times, but probably not going to happen.
Radiant's middle tower has
There we go. Mid 2 claimed for free. So we were talking about itemization a little bit before. You were mentioning, Spare, you were happy that he was going into the BKB for himself. Sakata had a BKB queued up for quite some time, and he still does, but I would really rather him go into this Heaven's Halberd, right? Just they need more TB answers right now. CTY is having far too good of a game, and I mean, he's almost got the MKB finished up as well, so he's not going to worry about that evasion coming through from the Halberds or the Wind Ranger at all.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
For who are the easy kills that Radiant need to go for inside the fights?
Got to kill Bat. Yeah. What's he working on?
Radiant's top tower.
Halberd.
Halberd. All right, smoke up, ice. They have really good vision inside the jungle. You're going to get a glimpse of CSJ. Desire's a pretty valuable kill as well. Looks like they'll be able to blow up the Wind Ranger and then potentially even get Desire as well on the retreat. Beyond's already looking for the +1. Look at the Batrider, maybe seeing if he can catch any stragglers out before they get closer towards the base. So just a couple of free kills. You still got Aegis for about 20 seconds, but CTY is not near the base. They are going to be eyeing up Sakata though. Does he need help? Nice sidestep. They got vision? They do. ZZQ's going to be nearby. Let's see what he's really able to do here. Mechanism repairs some of the damage. It's buying time at least for the boys to move on over. CTY's going to pop the meta. Not any stuns. Beyond in 70. We're not nearby to be able to follow up, so they get a dual kill. Wasn't able to get the victory, but you do also waste the meta usage as well.
He's going back into a BKB here on Sakata. I guess the thing is he wants to make sure that he doesn't even have that big right-click damage, right? Like the stuns coming through from the SB, that's not going to care about it. If you get lassoed, not going to care about it. Techies can just blast off onto you. If you don't have the BKB, that's probably his main concern, right? Maybe almost also preempting the reactive taser that ZZQ might look to purchase. Really feels like, once again, this LC isn't having the effectiveness that we know that it can, but it's just an unforced error as a global silence used and Wind Ranger still dies. They might get more.
It looks like they will. Lasso, of course, was used for that though, so maybe they're lacking a little bit of control to catch up. Oh, that's where Ice can come into play, but working too far back inside the base.
Seems like Sakata is just desperately trying to get A, his level 15, and B, the BKB. He's got it now. To go back to the base. Hopefully he doesn't TP because, okay, now he can. Spirit Breaker charge was coming out onto him, but they have no tier 2 towers to be able to play around with anymore. And for a draft that needs to find pickoffs and needs to find this single target initiation, look at where the Team Zero Observer wards are, right? Not all in like, actually these are pretty damn obvious spots. You know, high ground cliffs. The only one is that mid lane that's, you know, a little bit more tricky. But it's just going to scout out any non-smoked movement that they're looking to try and make. And they have just one, and it's right underneath that ward as well. So ZZQ, great positioning there. And you can just see them go for a full-on retreat on Team Zero to be able to back off.
We'll see at least ZZQ under this ward.
They'll take it.
It's a dual victory as well. So yes, they will take it indeed. 84 damage now for Cicada. He's going to need so much more damage though if he will be a threat in this late game. And especially threat of 15k comeback as well.
But also that kind of, they're going to be able to get a D-ward off now. I mean, by the time he gets there, it's probably going to have expired anyway, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, the only reason that you're able to get that kill is because of the one observe ward that you've got on the map right now, and that's about to go away. They didn't even use this time to be able to place up any wards of their own because, well, they don't have any in the inventory. It's a very, very rough stage of the game for Big Brain to be able to play around with. They need to get next level with like the predicting of movements.
And then
need to try and hope for a minute-long Roche respawn, right? Try and fight on the bottom side where they've still got that outpost to be able to buy back and TP to.
I was just going to ask, like, how do you kind of construct a Roche fight? Because that really needs to be the next real big thing they're considering.
Gaben's smiling on them. 40 seconds away, so will be down bottom. Once it does spawn, it might need to make the journey down, but you know what? They'll take it. Span nearly level 20 as well. So I wonder what he goes for. Because they're not really kiting them around that well. They do still have pretty great jump on Big Brain. So maybe he goes for the Warcry armor instead, again, just to enable that mad fight even further. And look at where Team Zero are setting up. They're basically all positioned on this bottom side of the map. No wards placed just yet, but very soon is going to be the rule that they're just looking to be like, all right, get our high ground vision up and play around that.
This ward has to go. This cliff ward still by the secret shop that you said.
Yeah.
I mean, they just saw Desire place a ward down, instantly pings it out. That can't happen. Just a slight mistake, and it's going to cost you a lot.
And they can't be hesitating consistently, right? Like, they know Roche has the potential to be coming up right now. And they're kind of not grouped together. They're dilly-dallying around top. They're whacking a couple of neutral creeps. At least you've got the Glitnir now on CSJ, so that's going to enable the Sven to be a lot more, you know, in the thick of things in the team fight. That plus the Harpoon as well. And he has gone the Warcry armor, so it really just is going to be an all-out brawl this next team fight for them. But it's going to be into an Aegis. Not really what you want when you're full, heavy, single target committal.
I hope they don't go high ground until they take their Tormentor. I'm very, very surprised ZZQ hasn't bought it. Maybe it's just waiting for it. Dude, it has so much value, but they're 19k up. They have Aegis Cheese, level 20 on CTY and MKB. They're ready to go. They feel strong enough to be able to take the fight. And this is going to be a very difficult hold for the boys on Big Brain.
I wonder if they can potentially get some baits happening. They might put it on that cheeky little cliff there. Yeah, ZZQ gives you high ground vision as well. Nice little location to put that one. Creepwave's not quite there yet. Maybe looking to bait out that this is not the real TB, but when Void Spirit's hitting it as well, it kind of does reveal that that's probably the real hero. The lane is still being pushed.
Oh, they're going to start. Cicada gets the duel onto the Bat Rider.
That's what you want.
And that's a great way to start. Ice as well, charging in the middle. All eyes on what God King's going to be able to continue to do to take the team fight. BKB God Strength. That combo's about to expire. They bought back on Beyond as well, so there's a bit of a commitment now for Team Zero.
They really want to play with this meta. Like, you got to just wait. Wait for the glyph, wait for the next creep wave, wait for the God Strength to be gone, and then you can look to reliably take these fights. But they don't have a creep wave to be able to play around with. At least that backdoor protection is gone. Fully buying out here on this fan. He wants to 100 to 0.
See if he can.
10 seconds on the duel.
15.
Yeah.
Beyond super hesitant about jumping. Of course, you always got a big issue with Cicada being able to save with the press the attack or the snowball as well. So they're actually going to disengage. That is the buyback out of Beyond Wasted. They get a tier 3 tower, but a great defense coming out from Big Brain.
Yeah. 19k shrinks to 16. You lose a tier 3 tower, but who cares? You don't have any super creeps coming into you. You get a buyback out of Beyond. So again, he was the main target previously, that BKB piercing stun that they've all committed BKBs towards. Now, if you're able to take him out, not only do you get a dieback, you also get the gem. Really feels like they're in a good spot if they are able to find that pick off again. And This tower has not taken a lick of damage on the bottom side of the map, so seems like that is the next goal for them to be able to pick up.
Doesn't seem like they're going to defend it though. Tormentor's back up for them.
This time, ZZQ, surely. Hopefully he
Don't
doesn't die.
Oh my
Pinked.
god, he didn't get it. He's got to buy it. You just got to buy it now.
He's so close to the Solar Crest, bro.
Yeah, bro. Solar Crest, very value, very pog. I mean, it is very good with the CTY, so...
And just, again, whoever gets Focus Fire, dueled, targeted by Sven, just Solar Crest them. You know, that +7 armor is huge.
Alright, well, God King's got his shard now. And you're going to be going to Satanic next. So he's a huge boy, but your other cores are going to be the big issue. So I don't even think you need to look at the cores. I mean, Legion's got a lot of value, but I mean, Silencer has just as much value as well. I think his global silence has been pretty good throughout the game.
LC just got 18. Yeah, they see them coming up as well.
Wow, Tusk?
Yeah, it's a bit sussy.
Just a sacrifice? Have
No,
me
I
instead,
don't know.
brothers?
Definitely didn't need to do that. But I
Everyone
guess,
gets out at least.
yeah, the lanes aren't mega pushed, right? So probably won't even need to use the buyback for that. Sakata, he was able to pick up his level 18 as well. So at least you've got that extra dual damage coming through. If you are victorious, be up to 38 now, bringing him to 150 off the next victory. And that's the point where the LC really starts to feel like a menace. You know, you can pick off these supports individually in a lot of these team fights. No cares though. They want to try and force out a buyback or force out a rotation without the Tusk. Will they be able to do it in the next 10 seconds though is the real question. Feeling a little hesitant, constantly backing up a little bit, but looks like they'll be able to at least claim the melee for free. Actually, a double.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
All right. Easy retreat. That is all they'll get with the Aegis, though. Happy with a full set of barracks and probably happy with the lead that they've continued.
They would be
Grail
happy to
one-
claim God King as well. He walked out into this lane
Radiant's
past the
middle tower
Observer Ward that has not been dewarded inside of the base. No Bat Rider there. Not wanting to commit heavily, I suppose, for it. Actually make a
Ice
charge onto
Ice.
Sakata.
See, Tusk is hesitant. 70 is going to reveal. The Warrior's Punch might be able to set up for the duel. ZZQ is going to attempt to protect him. They got to commit now with the global silence.
They got
They'll
one.
do that. Jewel's going to be out onto the Void Spirit. There'll be nothing to protect 7E. As Ice wants to try and charge in the middle, they intercept the Sven over the
Warcry.
lasso, sets up for CTY's damage. Is the Warcry going to be enough to keep him alive? It doesn't look like it will be. CTY reigns supreme. And now they should be able to clean up as well. Desire chased down from beyond. Meanwhile, Tusk has snowboarded himself into his own grave. So the boys on 0, they'll get 3 kills, and now they can look to try and get some objective damage as well with half duration left on the meta.
It was quite late on the Warcry as well for himself. Yes, he was lassoed, but, you know...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ready for another round.
I mean, he might be, but Sven is absolutely not. You know, even if he buys back, won't have the God Strength available while he was being lassoed. You know, you did get the bonus from the Vindicator's Axe on the Sven for that additional 20 armor, but
Sakata.
he feels confident.
All right,
Not sure if he
Chaos is
should.
breaking out inside the base. Beyond's got lasso up. Let's see who the target's going to be. Finds a Legion. That's the perfect one. Where's your press the attack to save against the lasso target? It's not to be. It's now Desire. That's a dieback for the Silencer. 3v5. They're going to try and slowly dwindle down Ice. That's a big
He's
odds.
disarmed.
But the charge breaks the Legion. They're still able to get the kill in the end. But now
Can't
you are
let
stuck
Sakata just die.
outside the base. Looks like he might... Nah, not with 7E jumping over the top. He will die indeed. And maybe the base is soon going to follow as well, as the Tusk, without a doubt, will join his brothers. That is not a position you want to be in. It looks like Team 0 They're going to be able to start our three-way tiebreaker off with a victory unless God King has something else to say about this. Doing a decent amount of damage into Beyond. God King will turn and stand strong. That's all they can do. There's no escape. There's no running. That'll mean Team Zero can wipe out for one final time and get the game as well.
They will. I mean, it felt pretty clinical. You know, the lanes probably went a bit...